Financial market news from GoldClays. Bitcoin loses support and drops to BRL 110,000. ETH, BNB, XRP, SOL, STEP and APE dropped by up to 17%. The cryptocurrency market dawned bleeding this Friday, 19. At around 9 a.m., while Bitcoin was down at least 10% in price, all altcoins were also in the red. BTC, the main cryptocurrency on the market, lost the $23,000 support level with the new pullback. According to CoinGecko, the price of Bitcoin was around 110,500 Brazilian reals, down 9.2%. Ethereum, the second largest cryptocurrency, also retreated on Friday morning. Even with the great expectations for the merge, ETH dropped 8.5% and was being sold for BRL 8,800. The new market drop, however, has not yet been resolved by analysts. Some bet on the loss of strength by the bulls, while others say it is just a reflection of the announcements about the economy of the countries. The global cryptocurrency market cap was trading lower at the $1.08 trillion mark, down as much as 2% in the last 24 hours. However, total trading volume was down more than 7% to close to $64.81 billion. Shiba Inu price offers buying opportunity before 50% rise, analyst says. The Shiba Inu, SHIB, price is about to trigger another rally. However, according to analyst Akash Giramath, traders who profited from the recent rally need to register their profits before that. That is, before rising, SHIB must fall. As a result of the recent bullish move, more traders are likely to sell and book profits. However, as SHIB approaches the next support level, this will trigger another leg up, he said. Furthermore, the analyst highlighted that the price of Shiba Inu rose 42% in a single daily candle. However, it closed with a total gain of 33.7%. After creating a rally of $0.00000180, SHIB is retracing itself, which could be a result of investors registering profits. Largest Ethereum mining pool will not support hard fork. In recent days, a civil war has taken shape on the Ethereum network as the merge update day approaches. A group of miners plans to create a new network and prevent the end of proof of work, POW, mining. However, this group will not have the support of what would be a great ally. That's because the world's largest Ether, ETH, mining pool, Ethermine, has decided that it will not support any Ethereum splits. According to the pool, the so-called Ethereum POW, ETHW, or any other hard fork will not have any dedicated mining pool. That is, miners on the new network will not be able to use Ethereum services. CME to launch ETH options 3 days before the merge. The Chicago Mercantile Exchange, CME, futures exchange taking advantage of the launch of the merge update to launch new products focused on Ether, ETH. On Thursday, 18, CME set September 12 as the launch date for its ETH options. Although it seems like a random choice, the CME seems to have set the perfect timing. After all, the date is just 3 days before the implementation of the merge, scheduled for September 15th. Therefore, CME intends to take advantage of the volatility surrounding the new update. The launch of the new product comes as CME has registered 1.8 million ETH futures contracts traded to date. CME launched ETH futures in February last year, and demand has matched the group's expectations. In the first 2 months alone, the network negotiated more than 112,000 contracts, an absolute record. New Tether, USDT, reserves report confirms 58% drop in commercial papers. Shortly after reporting that it has hired a new company to audit the reserves of its USDT stablecoin, Tether has issued a new reserve report. The document was signed by Tether's new contractor, BDO Italia, and released this Friday, 19. In the report, the auditing firm reaffirmed that the company reduced its holdings in commercial paper by 58% compared to the previous quarter. The value dropped from around 104 billion Brazilian reals, $20 billion to 44.3 billion Brazilian reals, $8.5 billion on June 30th. Oldest Bitcoin Core developer announces retirement after 8 years. Bitcoin Core lead developer and maintenance lead Vladimir van der Laan has confirmed that he is retiring. With this, van der Laan will leave the project after almost 8 years in the lead, as he himself stated via Twitter. Van der Laan is the second successor to Satoshi Nakamoto and is one of the few people in the world with final confirmation access to Bitcoin Core's GitHub. That is, he has deep access to the bowels of the code of the largest cryptocurrency in the world. Van der Laan's access belonged to none other than Satoshi Nakamoto, creator of Bitcoin, BTC. Nakamoto passed this access to developer Gavin Andresen, who then transferred it to van der Laan. In fact, Andresen learned to tinker with Bitcoin code directly from Nakamoto, but he spent just over 2 years on the project. In 2014, he left the post and passed it on to the Dutchman, who has held this position until today. The merge will be to Ethereum what halving is to Bitcoin, says Arthur Hayes. Arthur Hayes, former CEO of BitMEX, highlighted that the merge will be to Ethereum what the halving is to Bitcoin. That is, he believes that the hard fork will have the power to impact the price of ETH after its implementation. Hayes expressed his opinion in a new blog post where he explained how he expects Ether trades to react before and after the merge. According to the executive, the price of ETH will rise until the date of the event, in September, and explode higher afterwards. For Hayes, this will occur in the same way that Bitcoin rises and recovers during its periodic halving cycles. Ethereum surpasses Bitcoin in transaction volume. Expectations about the merge, which will take place on Ethereum in September 2022, are on the rise and have generated an increase in demand for ETH among traders. According to recent data, ETH trading has grown to the point of surpassing that of BTC. This can be seen in the number of liquidations that both cryptocurrencies have achieved in the last 24 hours. About $23.32 million was settled in BTC. Meanwhile, ETH has doubled that amount to a total of $48 million, according to CoinGlass. It is normal for more transactions to be settled with Bitcoin because it is more traded. Therefore, her dethronement in this period is remarkable, highlighted Barbara DeStefano. Average Bitcoin, BTC, transaction fee drops below $1 for the first time in 2 years. Bitcoin, BTC, average transaction fees have dropped below $1 for the first time in over 2 years, further strengthening its use case as a viable mainstream financial system. High transaction fees on blockchain networks work against users, especially when making low-value transactions. For example, transaction fees on the Ethereum blockchain have skyrocketed several times during the non-fungible token (NFT) hype, inducing stress to users in general. While the Bitcoin ecosystem has also suffered its fair share of high transaction fees in the past, timely updates, including Lightning Network and Taproot, ensure faster and cheaper transactions over time. Ronin network hackers transferred $625 million from Ethereum to Bitcoin. Hackers Ronin network, a sidechain hacked earlier this year, transferred stolen Ethereum assets to the Bitcoin network, according to new findings from blockchain researcher and developer LightZero. After the Ronin bridge hack in March, attackers transferred the $625 million worth of USDC and ETH to the Ethereum-based cryptocurrency mixer Tornado Cash, making it difficult for authorities to track the movement of the funds. But the tornado was not the end, as hackers took more steps to obscure transactions. Financial market news from GoldClays.